Science and Discovery, Melting Race. Which surface wins? One sunny day in Central Park, 4 friends gathered to solve a big mystery. Which surface helps things melt faster? Max brought his metal pan, Polly had a plastic bucket, Timmy brought a wooden block, and little Lily brought her rubber duck. They spread their items across the park, on the grass, sand, asphalt, and wood. Max explained, "We'll measure the temperature every 30 minutes to see if things melt." Timmy asked, "What happens when something melts? Isn't that just disappearing?" Polly shook her head and replied, "No, melting is a change of state from solid to liquid. We have to be careful not to boil our water." For the next 3 hours, they took turns measuring and recording temperatures. Max, Polly, Timmy, and Lily worked together, discussing what they saw and comparing notes. The grass felt soft underfoot as they moved around the park. Finally, they compared their results. Max said, "The water in my pan melted the fastest." Polly disagreed. "No, my bucket was the quickest to melt." Timmy and Lily shared their findings. The wood block had melted slightly, while the rubber duck had only softened. They decided to discuss their findings at the picnic table. "I think surfaces that absorb more heat melt things faster," said Max. Polly added, "But what if the surface insulates the item instead?" Timmy suggested, "Or maybe some materials just melt quicker than others." The friends spent the rest of the afternoon debating and experimenting. They hypothesized that dark surfaces absorb more heat and might melt things faster, while light-colored ones reflect it. By the end of the day, they agreed to meet again to continue their research. A week later, they returned to Central Park to test their hypothesis. This time, they brought colored marbles, red for hot surfaces, white for cold, blue for neutral, and yellow for moderately dark. They placed each marble on a different surface: grass, sand, asphalt, wood, black tile, and white tile. They took turns recording the temperatures every half hour, just like before. This time, they noticed something unexpected. The hot and cold marbles melted faster than the others. "I didn't think that would happen," exclaimed Polly. "Maybe we need to think about how heat travels instead of just what surfaces do," suggested Max. They spent the rest of the day discussing their results and refining their hypothesis. By the time they left the park, they agreed that heat conducts through some materials faster than others, and that surfaces don't just affect melting, they impact other physical changes as well. Over the next few weeks, they presented their findings to their classmates, who were amazed by what they had learned. Their teacher praised them for their hard work and curiosity, encouraging them to continue exploring science together. On their next visit to Central Park, they wondered what other everyday phenomena they could learn about through observation, experimenting, measuring, and explaining the why. They decided to investigate why leaves change color in autumn. The adventure of learning had just begun. The friends learned that they could uncover the secrets of the world around them if they worked together and asked questions. They found that science was not just about memorizing facts, but understanding how things work in everyday life. They were excited to keep learning, discovering, and experimenting together.